Hi everyone. So today Salesforce admin training day 11. Let's see what are we going to learn today. So today's agenda is we'll quickly go through the previous session overview, and then we'll talk about the queue, manual sharing, and then we'll talk about the differences between the public queue and public group and a queue. And then we will talk about the queue automated transfer. How can we do automatically? What are the navigation steps for the assignment rules? And then we'll see the requirement. Then we'll have a conclusion, quiz, homework, today's interview questions. Now quickly, what did we learn in last session?
Use differences between sharing and transfer.
Apart from queues, anything?
Differences between sharing and transfer.
Yeah.
Public read write transfer.
Few members
We have seen the sharing
Owner
transfer
update.
queues and also manual. How can we share the record? How can we share? How can we transfer the owner manually? How to transfer the owner manually, which we have seen, and differences between the sharing and transfer, which we have seen. Right? So today we will continue the things. So yesterday, the last topic was manual sharing. So we used, let me go to the org. So what we have done is logged in as a user, and then we have connected to the lead object. In the lead object, what we did is manually clicked on the owner icon. On the lead object, clicked on the owner field. And by clicking on the owner field, it will open up a pop-up box. When the pop-up box is open up, and it shows the user and queue. User and queue. So here, click on the lead owner. So when you click on a lead owner, you will see two options here, users and a queues. So when you select a queue, you can transfer a specific lead record from the user to the queue to another queue. So right now here it is a Hyderabad sales queue. Then I can transfer to the another queue, Bangalore sales queue. Send a notification, change owner. Right, I can transfer it. So this is what we have seen yesterday. Now, whenever the queues are created, list view, there is a list view called Hyderabad sales queue and Bangalore sales queue automatically gets created. I did not create the Hyderabad sales queue or a Bangalore sales queue. It will automatically create whenever a queue is created. For example, let's go to the queue here, setup, let's search queue, click on a queues. Now let me create a new queue here, which is a Mumbai. So right now I do not have a Mumbai queue here. So what I'll do is Mumbai sales queue. Mumbai sales queue and the email ID. Let's say here's Samskar IT @gmail.com. Check this. And I'm going to use this for the lead. Select this. Members, let's say here, let's say Messi, and click on save. As soon as the queue is created, immediately at the back end, what Salesforce does is Salesforce creates one of the list view in the same object with the same name of the queue. Now here it is Mumbai sales queue. So whenever we create a queue, as soon as the queue is created, Salesforce what it does is it will create a list view in the specific object. A list view in the specific object. So this is the Mumbai sales queue. So what is the criteria that can kept here? The criteria is if you go to the filter by owner equal to Mumbai sales queue. That means any leads owner is equal to Mumbai sales queue, it will automatically display those records here. Now similarly, if I say Bangalore sales queue, so Bangalore sales queue owner equal to Bangalore sales queue, then it will display these records. So only one record we have that is assigned. That means that is right now owner is Bangalore sales queue. So whenever the queue is created, automatically the list view gets created by the system. List view is created by the system. Now, so example, yesterday we have seen here the example. In this example, so the Dell company is manufacturing the laptops. And there are few members who bought it. So after the 6 months, few members out of 5 members, 3 members has raised an issue. All 3 members are from the different locations. When they raise the issue by calling the toll-free number, so what happened is that whoever is the customer care is there, the customer care members will create a record. And once the record is created, what they will do is they will transfer the record to the specific group, specific queues based on the whatever the option is available. So if they feel that it has to be go to this Hyderabad sales queue, then they will send it to Hyderabad sales queue. If it has to be Bangalore sales queue, then they will send it to the Bangalore sales queue. Default user is what will happen if you create a record. Now, for example, if I create a record, who will be the lead owner? If I create a lead here, who will be the lead owner? Now I logged in as this person, right? April batch. Now if I try to create a new lead, who will be the owner of this?
April batch. April batch.
So it is April batch. So by default, system will take whoever is the owner of the logged in user is there. That is the logged in user. So once the user is created, once the user creates the lead, by default, it will take the whoever is the logged in user is there, that is will be taken. Now, if you want to transfer this, you need to click on the owner. Either you choose a user or a queues. Based on this, you will be able to assign it. So this is what we have seen yesterday. Now, apart from manual sharing, that means how many records will you transfer? Like a toll-free number, the customer care receive continuously the calls, they will receive the calls. So their part is creating the record, but we are giving an additional step that now you look at the record, analyze it, and then transfer the record to the specific queue. Now that's the additional, which is repeated also. Now that's a manual effort. Creating a record is must, we have to do it. But on top of it, analyzing it and based on a certain condition, then I need to move that queue owner to a specific queue, which is a rework or which is a burden for the customer care. Now, instead of doing a manual, Salesforce has came up with automated transfer. Automated transfer. Now you do not do anything. Manual assignment don't do. Not required of the manual assignment. Not required of the manual assignment. Not required of the manual assignment. Without a manual transfer, I can automate the entire process. Whatever this entire process is there, this entire process, manual transferring, like once the customer creates a record and assigning them manually to the individual queues. Owner should be the individual queue. Instead of doing this part, we can automate this entire process. Whatever this entire process is there, we can automate it. How can we automate it in Salesforce? How can we automate in Salesforce? By using the concept called assignment rule. By using the concept called assignment rule. So if you use the assignment rule, through the assignment rule, we can automate the owner transfer. We can automate owner transfer. Now we have a concept called assignment rule in the Salesforce. So by using the assignment rule, what you can do is as soon as the record is created without a manual input, automatically the record gets assigned to a specific queue. A record is assigned to a specific queue. Now, assignment rule is, let's take an example. Now, for example, there are a position that are open in the company. There are few positions open in the company. Let's assume that positions are development position open in Hyderabad and Bangalore and Chennai, right? These are the three places development position is open. Then admin position is open in Bangalore, and we have a senior developer position, senior development position, which is open in Hyderabad and Chennai. Right? Few positions are open in multiple places, and few positions are open in single place and multiple positions. These are the different positions. That means in Hyderabad, one position, Bangalore, one position, Chennai, one position. All the positions are related to the development. So that means 3 positions are needed here. And every location, one position is open. Now, Bangalore admin is 2 positions, right? Senior development is Hyderabad 3 position, Chennai 1 position, total 4 position. Total 9 positions are open in the entire India. In overall India, total 9 positions are open. Now, when these 9 positions are open, assume that there are multiple people applied this position. Multiple people are applied to this position. So what they did is they have applied them. They have sent a resume to the company about whatever the interested position is there. Whatever the interested position for them, they have sent a resume to company. That means as soon as the resume are sent to the company, what the HR team does is, HR team insert that resume data inside the system. They create a records inside the system. For each resume, they will take from each resume, they will take certain data and they will create a record inside the system and they will insert the data. Now, once the record is inserted in the system, now we have here one concept is called assignment rule. As soon as the record is created, at the back end, assignment rule gets executed. These assignment rules are available only on the object called lead case custom. Lead case, custom, only these three objects which are available. Now, once this is done, once the assignment rule is executed, then what will happen? This is backend logic which gets executed. As soon as the backend logic is executed, based on the certain conditions, it will assign to the Hyderabad sales queue or a Bangalore department sales queue or a Chennai department sales queue. So based on the location, it should automatically send the resumes. That means this logic gets executed at the back end. This logic is executed at the back end. When it executes at the back end, if the resume came from a Hyderabad, then send it to the Hyderabad department HR. If the resume came from Bangalore, then send it to the Bangalore HR department. If the resume came from Chennai, then send it to the queue called Chennai HR. That means what they are doing is when the record is created, that time the record owner was whoever the record is created, that person name is a owner. Now at the back end, the immediately assignment rule gets executed. Whenever the assignment rule gets executed, this owner is updated. That means it is assigning to the Hyderabad HR department. If the city is equal to Hyderabad, then assignment rule is updating the owner to whoever is created from that to the Hyderabad HR department queue, or else Bangalore HR department queue or Chennai HR department queue. So it is updating, the assignment rule is updating the owner. That means it is assigning the records to the specific queue, pushing the records to the queue. Right, so this is the overall concept of the assignment rule. Assignment rules always runs at the back end after insert, after update. Now this is the scenario. Now let's see differences between the public group and a queue. Now queue is basically, we have two things, queue and a public group. Public groups are used whenever we wanted to share a record inside the Salesforce. In the record, when you click on a share button, that time the public group is available, right? When you want to assign an owner, transfer the owner. So when you wanted to update a owner or a transfer owner or assign the record to somebody else, then you will use the queue concept. So the differences between the owner and public group is queue is assignment. And public group is a share the record to the user or a group. Public groups are used to share the records to the user or a group. Queue is nothing but it is an assignment. And queue, the main purpose of the Salesforce queue is to balance the workload. Because if you are getting so many records you are getting it. When you get so many records, that means in a day, the customer care might receive 10,000 calls or more than that calls. Now, when we receive a 10,000 calls, it is not possible if there are 5 developers are available. 5 developers cannot work on 10,000 records in a day, right? So basically what we will do is, as soon as the record is created, we will push that record to the queue. So it will be hold in the queue. So once a developer is available, whoever the developer is available, they will pick up the record from the queue and they will start working on it. So that means we are balancing the workload on the whoever the developer or admin is there. Public group is nothing but the primary objective of the public group is is the sharing. That is, public group is specifically used for the sharing on the record level. And queues are, it can be created per custom object, lead, case, and knowledge article. Whereas public groups are, it can be any object can be used. Across various objects, this can be used. across various object can be, it is used. Now, while creating the queue also, you can use the public group. While creating the queue also, you can use the public group. Let me know once you have noted down this. Done with taking notes. Okay. Now let's move on to the automated transfer. Automated transfer. Now we have seen the scenario automated transfer. So we know that while transferring the record ownership to the either a user or a queue, right? If you wanted to do manually, it will take more time. If you want to manually transfer the record, if you want to manually transfer the record ownership to the required user or a queue, now it will take more time. Instead of that, what we have came up is, if the number of records are more, then we can use the automated transfer. If it is a one record, two records, we can handle it. If it is a one record or maximum 10 records, we can handle it to the transferring the record. But if it is a more than that, that means if I have a more records, then it is a difficult. Whenever you have a more records, the concept is automated transfer. So in order to make this process automated, we have to use the assignment rules. Assignment rule is the one. By using the assignment rule, what we can do is the owner updates, transferring the owner, we can automate it. So assignment rules are used to transfer the record to the required user. Assignment rule is used to transfer the required user or a queue dynamically. Now what we are doing is manually I'm updating it. Now once the record is created, I do not want to touch the record. Automatically based on the certain conditions, the owner should be assigned to a specific group or a specific queue or a specific user. Based on the certain conditions, it has to be assigned to a queue or a user. So I need not to be again clicking on the owner and updating. No, we do not want to do that, right? Dynamically update the owner to the queue or a user based on certain conditions. Now, assignment rules will always fired after insert, after update. That means once the record is created or once the record is updated, once the record is created or once the record is updated, then the assignment rule is going to fire it. So assignment rule is fired after insert or after update. Assignment rules are always fire this after insert or after update. That means once the record is saved into the database, then the record will be fired. Now we can configure one or more assignment rules inside the organization, but it has to be only one active at a time. You can create a 10 assignment rules or 100 assignment rules per object, but at a time, only one assignment rule should be active. At a time, only one assignment rule should be active. if you activate one assignment rule is already activated, and if you try to activate the second one, what will happen is the second one will be activated and the first one will be deactivated. First one will be deactivated automatically. So if you see that there is a first one is already active and you are trying to activate the second one, when you try to activate the second one, it will activate the second one, but the first one will be deactivated. So at a time, you can have only one active assignment rule per object. Whenever we wanted to go for an automated transfers, for this, Salesforce has provided assignment rule for the three objects. First one is a lead assignment rule. Second one is a case assignment rules. And then third one is a custom assignment rules. Now only three objects you can see: lead assignment rule, case assignment rule, custom assignment rule. Lead assignment rules are nothing but this is used to transfer the lead record to the required queue or a user dynamically. This is only for this assignment rule is only for the lead object, If you want to transfer the lead record to the required user or a queue, then you can run dynamically during the runtime, you can send these details. Now, case assignment rule is basically this is on the case object. Now, similarly, if you want to transfer the case record to the required user or a queue, then what you can do is you can pass the data to the transfer the record owner to the user or a queue based on the certain conditions. And similarly, we have a custom assignment. Custom assignment is this is through the Apex programming. We have a custom assignment. So whenever we go for a development, that time we will do the custom assignment rule. So the third one is custom assignment rule, which we will do it. That means by using the Apex programming, because few objects we do not have any assignment concept. So if you want to implement assignment concept, then what we have to do is we have to go with the Apex. Through the Apex, we can perform what are the assignment rule which we wanted to perform, we can perform there. Is everybody noted the steps? Three assignment rules: lead assignment rule and the case assignment rule, custom assignment rule. Is everybody taking notes? Supporting objects, which we have discussed yesterday. Supporting objects is nothing but what are the objects the queue is going to support. When you are creating a queue, there are two sections are available. One is supporting object section. The second one is members. supporting objects are only few objects the queue can be supported. So whenever you are creating a queue, for example, I'm creating a queue. Whenever you are creating a queue, you will see here concept called supported objects. Supported objects are only these many objects are supported by the queue. These many objects are supported by the queue. You will not see opportunity here. You will not see account here. You will not see contact here. Right? So only few objects which are supported by the queue. For this only we can create a queues. And which is a fair enough because account is we do not require a specific queue for this. Because accounts we will not share it. It has a security information and a privacy information, private information which are available on account and contact which should not be shared with any other members. So this is a supported object and then we have a queue members. So yesterday we have discussed it. Clear, Vishnuvardhan? Now let's move on. Navigation steps to create a assignment rule. Navigation steps to create a assignment rule. Click on a setup, then go search for a assignment rule. When you search for a assignment rule, you will see three options. You will see three options. Lead assignment rule, case assignment rule. You will see two options, lead assignment rule, case assignment rule. So as soon as you search a assignment rule, first thing is click on the lead assignment rule. In the lead assignment rule, by default, Salesforce is providing the standard assignment rule here. By default, Salesforce is providing the standard lead assignment rule, which is the active, And if you click on a new button, when you click on a new button, the first thing it is going to ask you that what is the rule name? What is the assignment rule name? And do you want to activate it or not? Do you want to activate it or not? Once you specify the rule name, click on a save. Once you are done, then it will show you the rule entries. It will show you the rule entries. Rule entries. It will show you the rule entries. So assignment rule has order of execution. Assignment rule has a order of execution. That means if you have a 10 rules, for example, you have a 10 rules are there. Out of 10 rules, which rule you wanted to execute first? Which rule you wanted to execute first? For example, 10th one, I wanted to execute it. Then after that, first one should be 2. Then here 3, 4, 5, right? This is the 6th one, 7. Like the order of execution for the assignment rule, which rule should be executed first is decided by the order. This order will decide which rule has to be executed first. That rule has to be executed first and then which one should be executed next. Now developer or admin has a flexibility that you can execute the rule entries based on the way you want it, right? So the order of execution for the assignment rule. The order of execution for assignment rule. Now let's go ahead and create one, but let's see the requirement for this. Now the requirement is configure a lead assignment rule to transfer the lead records to the required queue based on the lead cycle. Right? So here requirement is configure a lead assignment rule. Configure a lead assignment rule to transfer the lead record to the required queue based on the lead cycle lead city. That means whenever the record is created or updated, if the lead city equal to Hyderabad, then assign that lead record to the queue called Hyderabad sales queue. If the city is equal to Bangalore, then assign that particular record owner to the Bangalore sales queue. If the city equal to Chennai, If the city equal to Chennai, then assign that particular record to the Chennai sales queue. If the city equal to Mumbai, then assign the record to the Mumbai sales queue. So based on the city, assign the records to the specific queue. Assign the records to the specific queue. So this is the requirement. Requirement is on the lead assignment. On the lead assignment, we have a whenever the record is created, as soon as the record is created, once the data is inserted into the database, then assignment rule should be fired automatically. So what it does, it is basically check what is the lead city. If the lead city equal to Hyderabad, then assign the particular record to the queue called as a Hyderabad sales queue. If the lead city equal to Bangalore, then transfer or assign or update the owner to the Bangalore sales queue. If the lead city equal to Chennai, then update the lead owner to the Chennai sales queue. If it is a city equal to Mumbai, then assign the record to the Mumbai sales queue. Now let's go to the pane. Fine. So for example, a door closing. So for example, okay, there is a person here. The person is assume that it's a customer care. So what this customer care is doing is they are keep on creating a record. They are creating the lead record. As soon as the record is created, that means they are entering certain details, lead name, right? And address. In the address, especially they are checking at the city, they are entering the data. And then once they enter the data, what they are doing is they are clicking on the save button. Here we have a save button. Now this is a save button. So they are clicking on this save button. As soon as the user click on a save button, what will happen is first it will go to the database. Now we have a certain database is available. Database will be there at the back end. Database is in the back end. Now I have a back end the database which is available. As soon as the user click on a save button by entering all the lead information, they have entered the details. So what are the required information is there, they have also entered. So once the data is entered, so what will happen is first thing is it will go to the database.com. In the database.com, I have a specific table here. And this table is only related to the lead table. This is lead table. In the lead table, so whatever the new record is created, that record will be inserted inside this table. That record is inserted within this lead table. Once the record is inserted here, that means once the record is inserted, what will happen is this screen will be refreshed automatically. So save button, as soon as you click on a save button, it will go to the database.com. It will insert the record. Once the record is inserted, what will happen? It will send the response back to the UI. Now your screen will be refreshed. And it will go to the detail section of the lead. Detail section of the lead. So in case if there is any error, you will see here one error beside the save button, right? If there is no error, the response is coming perfectly without any error. So the response is a 200. Response is 200 from the database. That means it is processing perfectly fine. It is processing perfectly fine. Then as soon as it receives the response, then the lead record, whatever the lead record is there, this record will be refreshed. That means it is updated and the screen will be changed to the detail section. Once the data is updated, then immediately at the back end, what Salesforce does is, upon this saving it, upon saving the record, and when they are getting back to this, right, when they are getting back to that, parallelly, what Salesforce does is, Salesforce is going to check, is there any assignment rules which are available on this lead object? Is there any assignment rules which are available on the lead object? Is there any assignment rules which are available on the lead object? So it is going to check if there are any lead assignment rules. If there are any lead assignment rules, so what will happen is once it gets the response back, immediately it will call this lead assignment rule automatically. Automatically, this gets called from the system itself. Once the system is called, the first thing it will check how many rules are there here. Whether it is active or not, the first thing, which assignment rule is active. If it is active equal to true, then it will fire that particular assignment. And within the assignment, it will check how many rules are there. If there are 5 rules, what is the order of execution? What is the order of execution of each rule? So it will check the lead assignment rule. Once the lead assignment rule is done, so what will happen once it is executed, then it will go back to the lead and whoever is the owner, we have a owner. So whoever is the owner is there, that owner details gets updated to the, from the person whoever is created, from that person to the a queue, it will be assigned. It will be assigned to queue or a user. The owner is transferred or a assignment. So lead is assigned to the queue. So in the real time, what we will say is, whenever there is any error or anything happens, so the first thing during this time they will ask is assignment rule is executed properly or not? Assignment rule is executed properly or not? Because the lead is not assigned to any queue. So they will ask if lead is assigned to, is lead. So what we will say in terminology, lead is assigned to the queue. Assigned to the queue. Lead is assigned to the queue. Lead is assigned to the queue. In case if it is not assigned to the queue, we will ask them that why is assignment rule is executed or not, right? And lead is assigned to which queue, and what is the criteria, everything it will check, because every rule has a certain criteria here. Every rule has a criteria. So one of the criteria here, in this case, what we are thinking, city equal to Hyderabad. If city equal to Hyderabad, then what we are doing is, we are assigning that particular record. that particular lead record to the Hyderabad sales queue. We are assigning to the Hyderabad sales queue. So this is one criterion. Now this is overall execution at the back end. Now this execution, the only manual data entry is only the user is entering the data. But what is happening here when the user is entering the data? So many things are executed at the backend. These many things are executed at the backend. Now, how much time will the Salesforce is going to take? Just a fraction of seconds. It will try to execute this logic at the backend. Now you observe it. Whenever you click on a save, it does not take much time to refresh your screen. It will take seconds, right? It will take a seconds. So within the seconds, it is going to check all the things at the back end and it will update the record. So these all executions are happening at the back end, which we cannot see. Now let's go back. Let's implement this requirement. Now they are saying here, lead assignment rule to transfer the lead record to the required queue based on the lead city value. So if city equal to Hyderabad, assigned to the Hyderabad sales queue. If it is a Bangalore, assigned to the Bangalore sales queue. If it is a Chennai, assigned to Chennai sales queue. If it is a Mumbai, assigned to Mumbai sales queue. Now, in order to implement this particular requirement, we need to follow the 3 steps. We need to follow the 3 steps. There are 3 steps which we need to follow. Now, first step is step 1. Now, first thing is that you need to create 4 queues and supported object should be lead. You need to create the following 4 queues and the supported object should be lead object. And then you need to add the user Messi. You need to add the user Messi as a queue member. That is the first step. Now, how many queues are there? Hyderabad sales queue, Bangalore sales queue, Chennai sales queue, Mumbai sales queue. Now let's go ahead and check whether we have all of those. Click on cancel. Now I have a Hyderabad sales queue. Hyderabad sales queue is, click on edit. Now this is on the lead object. Supported object is lead object. In case if you have a supported object as a case object, then it will not work. You have to always keep lead object. If you want to implement a requirement on the lead object, the supporting object should be always lead. Now, instead of lead, if you specify case, and you wanted to implement a requirement for the lead object, and if you want to use this particular one, you cannot use. Which are the object you wanted to implement the requirement, the supported object should be, that is the same. That means the requirement says here on the lead object, If the requirement is lead object. So definitely my supporting object should be lead. So Hyderabad is lead is there and user is a Messi. This is perfectly fine. Click on cancel. Now click on a queue. Bangalore sales queue also supported object is lead. Mumbai sales queue also supported object is lead. Now let me create one more, which is a Chennai sales queue. Chennai sales queue. And the queue email, Samskar IT @gmail.com. And send email to others. Here we are going for a lead object. And members are, let's take it as a Messi. Click on save. This is the first step. Creating the 4 queues is the first step. Once the creation of queue is done, the step 2 will be configure the lead assignment rule. That means how to do this, configure the lead assignment rule. Go to the setup menu and search for a lead assignment rule. In the lead assignment rule, click on a new button. And then we have to enter the rule name. Once the rule name is entered, then you need to activate the checkbox. And click on a save button. And then open the lead assignment rule by clicking on it. And then go to the rule entry section. Click on add button to the rule entries. and enter the sort order, whichever the order that you wanted it. And finally, you need to select the queue from the pick list. Let's go ahead and implement the step 2. Note down this step 2. I'll be back. Okay, so as soon as the lead record is created, the assignment rule. So let me delete this. So here we have a lead city. Let me delete this. If you want to delete, you can delete it. Now by default, you will have a standard object, standard assignment rule, and which is a active, Now, if you want to create it, you can create it. So once you create here, let's say this is lead city. Now for now, I'm not activating it. Click on a save button. Click on save button. Once it is clicked on the save button, now you see here two things are there. Two assignment rules are there. One is deactive, another one is active. Now the first one which I have created, I want to be deactive initially because I'm not done yet completing the entire assignment. So I'll click on this rule name. Now here it is going to give me this information. What is it is saying that you have to add a rule entries that specify the criteria. That means at least one rule entry should be there if you are creating an assignment rule. At least one rule entry should be there if you are creating the assignment rule. Without rule entries, do not create an assignment rule. Minimum one rule should be there. Now here the rules that I have is, I can check. Now here the rules are, if it is a city equal to Hyderabad, then I should assign it to the Hyderabad sales queue. Now click on a new button. Now this is the first rule, sorting order is, this is the first one. Now criteria met. Now do you want to write a criteria or you wanted to implement a formula? You can implement a formula also, but this stage you cannot. Don't go for a formula. We will do whenever we do the formula, that time we will go for this. Okay, criteria based. Let's go for a criteria based. So what they are saying is lead city equals to the, what they are saying, if it is equal to Hyderabad, then I need to assign this record. I need to assign this record to the queue. What is this queue? Queue is called Hyderabad sales queue. Queue is called Hyderabad sales queue. Hyderabad sales queue. Now I'm clicking on this and clicking on the save button. This is the first rule I created it, right? Now I click on the save button. Now similarly, I'll click on the another rule. Here it is a new rule. Order is a 2. And the criteria here, lead city equals to Bangalore. Let's say here Bangalore. Let's say here it is Bangalore. Now equals to Bangalore. Then I'm going to assign the queue to the Bangalore sales queue. Now click on this save button. Now I have created each individual record as individual as a 1-1 rule. That means what I'm doing right now is I'm creating this is one rule, right? This is another rule and this is another rule. Like this, I'm creating it. If you want to combine all together, you can combine it also. For example, right now, Hyderabad and Bangalore separately I have created. Let me combine the Chennai and Mumbai. So let's click on a new button. So when I click on the new button, here this is the third rule. So criteria is city. If it is equals to Chennai. Now, Now you can say here, you can assign lead city equals to Mumbai. Mumbai. Add filter logic. Filter logic is 1 or a 2. 1 or 2. Either one is qualified or a second one is qualified. But when you say here, filter logic is 1 or 2. But will you able to assign a different queues here? Chennai, it should be the different queue. Mumbai, it should be the different queue. Now you do not have that flexibility to select the queues. You do not have that flexibility to choose the queue. Like if it is equal to Chennai, then assign this queue. If it is equal to Mumbai, then assign this queue. You do not have in single rule entry, you cannot create a multiple. Now, when it says that whether it is a Chennai or a Mumbai, assign to same queue. Whether it is a Chennai or Mumbai, assign to same queue. For example, assign to the Chennai. Whether it is a Chennai or a Mumbai, assign to Chennai sales queue. Then in that case, it will work. But if you say if it is equal to Chennai, then it should be queue equal to Chennai sales queue. If it is a Mumbai, then it should equal to Mumbai sales queue. Mumbai sales queue. That will not work. If it is a 1 or 2, then it has to be assigned to the queue, Chennai sales queue. Chennai sales queue. Now, right now, what I'm doing is 1 or 2, either city equal to Chennai or a city equal to Mumbai, every time assign it to the Chennai sales queue. In case if you do not want. Just remove the first condition here. Remove the first condition. So let's add it here, city equal to Chennai. And then Q I'm assigning to the Chennai sales queue. Now click on save. Now the last one which I have is Mumbai sales queue. So this is the rule is 4 and city equal to Mumbai. City equals to Mumbai. Now I am assigning to the queue which is called as a Mumbai sales queue. Now here observe there is a one option which is available, which is called as a do not reassign owner. What is this means? That means if you check this, if I check this, that means as soon as the record is assigned to some queue or a owner, no, do not allow this particular lead assignment not to assign anybody, not to assign any different owner. So it is already in the Mumbai sales queue. The record is already assigned to the Mumbai sales queue. Now, if they wanted to reassign from the Mumbai sales queue to the Chennai sales queue, then do not allow. Right? So that is the reason do not reassign the owner. Now we'll see that option. The next one is email template. Email template is nothing but we have a separate concept in Salesforce which is called as a email template. Email template is nothing but predefined email, draft email. I can say it is a draft email. It is draft email. Whenever it is a draft email, that means it is sitting in the system. Draft email, or it is a email which is sitting in the system and you have not sent to anybody. Now you can use the draft email template here by choosing it. Right? So draft email template does not have to address or a to address, it does not have, right? Only it will have a subject and then it will have a content in the body. It will have a subject and it will have a content in the body. So that draft email, you can use it here. And so that what will happen whenever we are assigning the lead to this particular queue, this email will goes to that particular person. Whoever is a part of this queue, they will receive a email which is mentioned here, email template, Now here, what I'll do is I'll click on this, do not reassign queue. What is happen here? Do not reassign queue. As soon as I check this, it's saying that do not reassign. Everything is gets disabled. Everything is gets disabled. Now you cannot assign to this particular one. You cannot assign to this particular one. Now let's click on a save. Let's see this. As soon as I click on it, do not reassign, everything got disabled. Now here I have a 4 rules. I have a 4 rules. Whenever it is equal to Mumbai, observe this. If it is a Hyderabad, what is happening? It is assigned to Hyderabad sales team. If it is a Bangalore, it is assigned to Bangalore sales team. If it is a Chennai, it is assigned to Chennai sales queue. But if it is a Mumbai, same user. Who is the same user? Let's see that. Now let's see this. Who is the same user? Now let's go ahead and create a record. Now let me activate this rule. Now click on activate, click on a save. As soon as I activate the rule, as soon as I activate the lead city rule, automatically the first one is gets deactivated. Automatically the first one will gets deactivated. Now let's go to the lead. Now let me create a new lead here. I'm clicking on the new lead. So new lead. Now first name is, let's say that Microsoft headset. Microsoft headset, company is Microsoft. And then industry equal to communication, lead status equal to open, rating equal to hot, and click on it, save. As soon as you click on the record, did it assigned? It did not assign because the criteria is not met. The criteria is not met. What is the criteria? Lead city equal to Hyderabad. Lead city equal to Hyderabad. So do we have a city here? We do not have city. We have not mentioned the city here. So that's the reason lead owner is not assigned to the queue. Now what I'll do is I'll clone this. I'll clone this record. That means I'm going to create a new record. Let's say here Microsoft 1, 2. And now here I'm going to update the city is Hyderabad. City equal to Hyderabad. Click on save. Now it is created. Now let's go to the detail section. Now still it is not applied. Still it is not applied. It is not working. Still it is saying that April batch. Do we have a, it is active, it is active. Now what I can do is right now I'm trying as a system admin. Right now I'm creating as a system admin. So I'll go to the users list. Go to the users tab. Let me log in as Messi. I'll go to the leads tab. In the leads tab, let me create a new. Right now here, let me create a new one. Let's say this is a laptop. Wipro. Okay, so company is Wipro. Now I'm saying here city is Bangalore. City is Bangalore. Click on a save. Now what happened? Did it assign it or not? It will not assign. It will not assign. It is a lead owner, still says it is messy. Now, what is the reason? I tried it as an admin as well as I tried it as a the another user. It did not happen. The reason for this is whenever you are creating a record, for example, I'm cloning again this. I'm cloning again this. Now I'll say here, okay, I'll say here another number, 34, right? So city is Hyderabad. Now all the informations are given, but still it is not applying the assignment rule. The reason here is at the bottom, beside this footer level, you have a something called assign using the active assignment rule. Assign using the active assignment rule. If that checkbox is checked, then only you will be able to assign. Otherwise, lead assignment rule, any of the assignment rule will not work. So whenever you are creating a record or whenever you are updating a record, you need to check this. If you do not check this, it will not work. Now, select this and click on a save. As a system admin, I'm doing it. So as a system admin, if I do it, did it applied or not? Yes, it is applied. Now I can see here, it went to the Hyderabad sales queue. Now, if I update this, if I update the record, for example, I'm updating from Hyderabad to, no, do not ever click on the inline editing, click on the edit button. Because you need to check this box. For the assignment rules, if you edit it from the inline editing, it will not work. You need to click on the edit button. On clicking on the edit button, change the city from Hyderabad to, let's say I'm changing to Chennai. And here I'll say that assign using the active assignment rule. So right now it is a Hyderabad sales queue. Now it is changed to Chennai sales queue. Now let me log in as a other user. Now let's create a login. Now when I click on the lead, now click on a new button. In the new button, I'll say that iPad. Now let's assume Apple company. Now company is a Apple. Now city, address, right? Here I'm saying here Hyderabad, and click on this assign using the active assignment rule. Click on the save button. Now once it is created, once the lead is created, go to the detail section. Now you can see here Hyderabad sales queue. Now similarly, if you update here, now I'm editing this, I'm updating this to the Bangalore. Now click on this. Save. Oh, sorry. I did not click on that checkbox. The assignment rule is whatever is there. I did not click on the assignment rule. So it will not update. It will not update the owner because when I did the edit, I updated this, but I forgot to click on this. So let's click on a save button. Then immediately it changed to the Bangalore sales queue. Now, for example, if I'm changing edit, now let's say here, I'm saying here Mumbai. From Bangalore, I'm changing to the Mumbai. Click on this assign using the active assignment rule. Click on the save button. Now what happened? It did not update. Same user is there. Same user as previous user. Whatever the previous user is there, that's the same user is available. I changed the Mumbai, right? It did not update the lead owner. It did not update the lead owner. Whatever the previous same user is there, that's the same user is nothing but same owner. Same owner will be the same, right? Whatever the previous one is there, that's the same one. That's the same one. Now we are done with the step 2, and then step 3, we tested it by creating the lead tab and clicking on the new button, detail section, and we entered the information, whatever the required information is there, and then we clicked on the checkbox assign using the active assignment rule, and then clicked on a save. So it will create a lead record inside the object and will assign to the respective queue, whatever the queues are there based on the condition, that the same queue will be assigned based on the condition. The lead will be assigned to the specific queue. The leads will be assigned to specific queue. Now here I have received these messages, right? These are assigned to your sales queue, everything it is, I am receiving the emails. So whenever it is assigned to specific queue, you will receive an email. Now, conclusion, what did we learn so far? We have seen since yesterday, we have seen the transfer differences between the sharing and transfer and how to update the owner. And we have seen the real-time scenario, and we have seen the queue supporting objects, queue members, navigation steps to create it. And then today we have understood the automated transfer, queue, automated transfer, and then navigation steps to create a assignment rule. Then along with that, we have seen a requirement. So these are the options which we have seen today. Right, so let's move on. Question. What is public read-write transfer? What is Mumbai sales team? I think it was long back, okay. What is public read-write transfer?
For the ownership from one user to another.
For which all are objects we can see public read-write transfer in OWD?
Lead case and custom objects.
Right. For which objects do we see this is already you covered. What is queue?
Assignment of
What is a queue? Assign the record to the specific user.
Specific work.
Location, yes. Location of the record. Others, what is the queue? Right.
We are sharing the records to reduce the workload.
Okay.
It's a location where all the pending records are waiting for the further process.
Right. Right. So it is a location where all the pending records will be sitting into the queue. Centralized location, yes. What are queue supporting objects?
lead case and
Lead case
custom
and
custom
custom
object.
custom object.
Supporting objects, where can we see? Apart from the lead case, we have a few more objects also, standard objects.
Yeah.
Quick text,
Quick test, order, knowledge, article, record, feedback,
Using provision.
Knowledge, quick test. Yes, knowledge article, quick test. Right? So work type, work order. Right, that's right. Homework. Create a custom object, vaccine. Now, is everybody aware how to create a custom object? Everybody in the class. Okay, how about online?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. So create a custom object, vacancies. So vacancies is the object, create a field, city, open vacancies and company name. Create these fields. Okay. You can take a data type here, company name is a some text, open vacancies is text and city is also text. All three are text fields. All three are text fields. So configure the queue, company vacancies queue by adding the custom object vacancies as a supporting object and add the member there, Salesforce license user. Add the member, Salesforce license user, and whenever the city equal to Hyderabad, you need to create an assignment role for that. You need to create a assignment role. Assignment role is whenever the vacancies city equal to Hyderabad, it should be assigned to Hyderabad sales queue. If it is city equal to Bangalore, it should be assigned to the different queue. Let's go to the assignment role here once. So the condition here it is. City equal to, if it is equal to Hyderabad, then assign to Hyderabad queue. If city equal to Bangalore, then assign to Bangalore queue. If it is city equal to Chennai, create a assignment role. In the assignment role, check this, do not reassign equal to, do not reassign owner equal to true. Do not reassign owner equal to true. Do not reassign equal to true. That means whenever the city equal to Chennai, it should not change. It should not assign the owner to the different user. It should not assign to the owner, different user. It should not be assigned. It should not be assigned to owner. That means from the Bangalore, whenever you change the Chennai, from Bangalore, whenever you change the Chennai, the lead owner should not be changed. That is the first homework. Second homework is configure the case assignment rule to assign the case record. To assign the case record to the required queue based on the case priority. If case priority equal to high, it should assign to the queue name called tire service queue. Tire service queue. If case priority equal to medium, it should go to the tier 2 service queue. If case priority equal to low, then it should be assigned to the tier 3 service queue. You need to create a three queues here. You need to create a 3 queues on the case object. Supporting object is a case. So you need to create a 3 queues. Tier 1 service queue, tier 2 service queue, and 3 service queue. And here the supporting object is a case object, and the members you need to add one Salesforce license user. Whoever is a Salesforce license user is there in your org, add that user. Right? Once this is done, after creating this, create a assignment rule. Create a assignment rule. Assignment rule is if it is a, so this is the assignment rule. If it is a assignment rule is case priority equal to high, then you should be assigning to the queue called service queue. If it is a priority equal to medium, then you need to assign the case owner to the tier 2 service queue. If the case priority equal to low, while creating or while updating it, the case should be assigned to the tier 3 service queue. Tier 3 service queue. Is everybody taking notes? What will happen if you do not assign the same owner? First of all, when you enable that, what will happen? Who is that? Sunil. What will happen if you enable this? When you enable this, what is happening? Is it allowing you to update the queue? So now here, this is the condition. When the city equal to Mumbai, when the city equal to Mumbai, now it's supposed to go to the Mumbai sales queue, Mumbai sales queue. But does it give you the flexibility when you check this to not, when you check, do not reassign the owner? That means it is already assigned to somebody. Possible that it is a self-assignment or possible that it is assigned to different queue. No, but whenever you are changing here, whenever you are changing to Mumbai, it should fire an assignment. It should fire an assignment. It should go through this assignment rule, but I do not want to assign a owner to the different queue. I do not want assign to any other queue. That means this record should be qualified by the assignment rule. But whenever I'm updating the city equal to Mumbai, whenever I'm updating the city equal to Mumbai, owner should not change. Owner should be the same. No, in real time, we do not use this. We do not use because there is no point if I'm changing anything here, if I'm not updating the owner at all. So there is no point of creating the another rule, the fourth rule, because we are not doing anything here. We are not doing any updates. So this is just for a practical to understand you what is the purpose of do not reassign user. I have just taken the rule here. In this rule, city equal to Mumbai. Now, if I change the city equal to Mumbai, I created a rule, Mumbai, but I said the checkbox is true. So what will happen? That means do not reassign anything. Do not reassign anything. That means whatever the previously it was there, whatever previously it was there, it should follow the same user. Now, if you go to the lead assignment rule, here it says that when it is a Mumbai, it is the same user. Same assigned to same user. When it is do not reassign, that means assign to same user. Whatever the previous user is there, assign to same user. Do not do anything on that owner update. Is that clear? Okay, so now, so let's go on. So this is the assignment rule. Homework 2, is everybody noted? Is everybody noted this? Take a notes. Homework 3, configure a lead assignment rule to assign the lead record to the required queue based on the below conditions. Now lead first name equal to test and lead last name equal to test, or lead email equals @test.com. Right? Then it should go to the unassigned lead queue. Now you need to do this, how it is going to the unassigned lead queue. Unassigned lead queue. Now lead source equal to demo request, then it should go to the SDR3. Lead account revenue equal to 10 lakhs. Then it should go to the executive 1. Now configure the required queue by adding the lead object as a supporting object and add the one member as a sales queue. So you need to create a queue names unassigned lead queue, SDR3, account executive 1. And the conditions are for the first one, you need to check the first name or a last name or email. First one is a or condition. The second one is a lead source equal to demo request. Lead annual equal to some amount. Then it has to go to those related one. Now I'm pasting the trial head links here. Practice the trial head. That's all for today's session.